Alright, welcome. This is M-Dog. This is Planet Coaster. This will be our first impressions video. We do these first time we play the game. This will end up on YouTube, most likely. And sometimes they can be pretty smooth. We often will come back and do a... sorry, this is really not first impressions. This is more of a first few minutes video and stream as we will stumble through trying to learn the game, and in some cases it goes pretty smoothly, in some cases it can be a little more painstaking. So we'll come back and do a first impressions video at some point after we've gotten a little experience. So look for that if you don't want to sort of stumble through the what the first few moments of the game are, but I think sometimes that can be helpful as well. Okay, so this is character creation, and there are some pretty decent options. I'm not super excited about the color of the pants nor the skinny jeans, nor was I super excited about the shirt, but I think this will do for now. And we're not going to wear a hat, so let's look at options real quick. Looks like by default it's in some sort of full screen with a windowed full screen. It looks like it is allowing me to move to my second monitor pretty quickly, so that is nice. Yeah, borderless, so it does come by default on borderless, and I like that, especially for streaming. At least that's really important. If you've got a second monitor set up, it's helpful. And hopefully controls will be pretty intuitive. And I don't know if there will be a tutorial, if we'll even go through that, but we may. But we're going to go ahead and accept this. Doesn't look like we even have to name the character. It's just an avatar we're creating. So let's go ahead and accept this. Place your avatar. We can edit this later, it says. Click and drag to rotate the globe. Okay. So we'll kind of go ahead and place him here. I don't know if he's exactly right, but alright, so we now are able to play the game. It gives us some options here. New career set available. Festive King Coaster is coming to town. Alright, so let's kind of look at our options. I mean, my guess is that Sandbox is going to end up being what I enjoy the most. It depends on what the career is like. Embark on a career in theme park management. Complete varied and increasingly challenging scenarios and see how far you can go. Yeah, and typically with these kind of games, now challenge could be interesting. So let's just do a quick check here. And again, I actually think I can save some time on the long run here. Planet Coaster challenge mode versus Sandbox, because I'm feeling like that those are going to be the two options that I go with most likely. Scenarios and modes, and I'm just curious if the other mode is more of a management, free world, or buy land. Career mode will be similar to other games. Scenarios, goals to complete. Do what you want. You'll start with limited funds, rides, and attraction. It will be to build up your park. Looking forward to this mode the most. Sandbox challenge are the same thing, except one has money. Career mode is actual game outside of Sandbox. You might need 1,000 P. Challenge mode is just basic sim mode. You get some money and you build a park. So it looks like some of the feedback is that Sandbox, when you want to be creative, have no set goals. Challenge mode is the full-fledged management money, but without goals. Career mode will give you a scenario. So I think what we're going to want to do here is really start with challenge mode. One thing I don't like in these games, and I find the way to get frustrated the most quickly, is to play with no limitations. So if you want really defined goals, it looks like career mode is going to be where you're at. So like, if you've played Roller Coaster Tycoon, other types of games like this, your goal might be you need to attract, 500 people to your park and have a happiness rating of 3.2 or whatever. And you're meeting these goals and you're going on to more and more increasingly difficult goals, jumping from park to park perhaps even. Sandbox mode looks like it's just like, hey, you don't have to worry about any restraints. Just build what you want and kind of see how it goes. Challenge mode, it looks like there may not be like full-fledged research, but it looks like there is some earning of more extensive rides and options, as well as limited fun. So that's what I'm going to want to do here. Let's click on the tutorial video just to see where that's taking us. So it's actually showing, it's taking you to Steam, and there's 4 videos here, 4, 4, 4, and 6 minute. Park management, advanced management, coaster construction, and placing rides. So those may be helpful to watch. We'll see how difficult this is, but for now we're going to go ahead and start with challenge mode. Okay, so now it wants to know what kind of setting do we want. It looks like it actually is giving, there's some different options. So with tropical we're going to start with 25,000. Desert start with 15,000. Grassland, limited money and build on these rich pastures, doesn't tell you how much. Alpine, limited money, build in a social and crisp environment. Deciduous, limited money, lush environment, limited money, and Winterland. Winter Wonderland. So the fact that it says limited money doesn't give you a number, and so the progression looks to be like less and less and less. There's tropical, desert's even less, and then grassland just says limited, doesn't even give you an amount. So the setting that I'm most attracted to is the Alpine setting. But I am wondering if like each of these challenges are different. Like if you somehow have to like complete tropical, if there's a certain threshold, but it doesn't tell you a threshold. Of course, if we click on my parks, we've got nothing right now. So let's start with Alpine. And just because I don't know how complicated this will get, we're going to call this challenge Alpine Park 1. Difficulty. We're going to start with medium. I don't know why it's got default on hard. Some items researched. I wish there was a way to tweak this custom, because what I would like to have is very little items researched, but I don't want to be punished the first time I play the game on guest happiness dropping too rapidly. So we'll sort of do the medium option there. I do like that feature, especially if you end up doing different parks, to be able to save a blueprint, maybe name it something, and then say, hey, I want to be able to recreate this on my next park. I actually like this coaster or whatever. So we're starting off with 4,000. And if you remember in some of those other, okay, is there a way to pause? It looks like pause is actually P. Okay. So they're telling us controls here. Select, cancel is escape, pan camera, left and right is hold that down, zoom camera, of course, and then rotate camera, which I'm never a huge fan of this, and this is very typical in these types of games and many other games as well, is that to actually rotate the direction you have to hold down the middle mouse button. So it appears as though this is our entrance. We've got some people that are like, it would have been nice to come check out your park, but there's nothing to do here, so we're going home. Alright, so that's basic controls, and it will take me some getting used to, for sure. One thing I'm hoping is that this game has more than just coasters. I would be surprised if it was just coasters. Roller coasters are going to be the most fun aspect of it, but alright, notifications. And so far we don't have any. We can go to settings and change how notifications happen. So our first challenge is build a coaster that lasts at least 80 seconds. Okay. That's basic controls. We'll keep the help up for right now. We go to the park management screen. And these are things that, so we do want to go ahead and start research. I was going to say a lot of this is probably stuff that we'll fill out as we go. It looks like we have we have no staff. So we have not hired a janitor, a mechanic, or any of the entertainers. And we have no attractions, no shops, no facilities. I think the first thing we want to do is select a research. I want to see how expensive it's going to be compared to total cost. Based on your research time is going to be between 3,000 and 4,500, 3,000, 4,500. You actually are, yeah, there's a lot of things that you're researching here. Research history, we have no research history. All right, let's actually don't research something, because if it does literally cost that money to start, we don't really have any money. So right now we shouldn't have any blueprints. We've never saved one. We have 3 coasters. All of them cost, you know, we could build the Madness. It's not custom, but it's a preloaded coaster that we could just use. We're going to cancel out of that. Okay, so these are actually broken down by categories. And so all of these that we have available right now are listed under steel, other steel. And these, I guess, it shows us the types of coasters we can create. Okay. So lots of options here on coasters, even though we don't have very many technically unlocked. We have a boomboat ride, and again, we have 4,000 cash. Like I'm wondering if we're going to have to take out a loan or something. All right, insanity. What is insanity? Okay, that's kind of a standard thing here. We could do that and still have some money left over, I guess. I mean, we're kind of starting out the Wild Blue. Yeah, that's pretty neat as well. We're kind of starting out as more like a, you know, little town circus here based on how few funds we have. But, I mean, that may give us some time to... Okay, so we could build... Like, I'm thinking what we need here is we're going to need an information shop or a ticket booth, right? Is that handled automatically? I mean, what is this? Park entrances. So we technically have a park entrance. I'm assuming this kind of makes it even greater. A large fairy tale entrance. That could be pretty cool. What a beautiful background for our park. So we can research more, it says. Small pirate entrance, small planet coaster entrance, small western entrance. Western doesn't really fit, does it? Small fairy tale entrance. Let's just see what this would look like. Okay, so let's see how we rotate. Okay, you hold down Z and then rotate how you want to. Want it to be rotated. Or you can just hit Z to go in 90 degrees. But we could connect this, and that would be the entrance to our park. So at some point that would be cool. I mean, obviously I don't think we need to do that the first thing. So we've looked at coasters, track rides, which we can't afford this. Rides, we can afford a couple of these. Shops, scenery. We have a few things unlocked. Actually quite a bit. So scenery is one area. It looks like you don't have to research scenery at all. What you see is what we have, it appears. And then buildings. Caribbean House. Caribbean House. Does it tell you anything about them? So it has no fun rating. I mean, this is, it appears as though, let's sort of snap this around. It appears as though there is no function other than decoration, is what I'm going to guess here. All right. I would say that our obvious first move is to get rides. And I would think we could do, I cannot stand these kind of rides personally. I would think we would do either one of Insanity or Wild Blue. Are the excitement levels about the same? Fear, Nausea. Yeah, I mean, everything's about the same. It's just Wild Blue is a lot cheap, not a lot cheaper, a little cheaper. All right, so what do we say? Hold down Z to rotate it around. So you see the entrance there. And we can raise it. Actually put it up on, that's kind of neat. Toggle advanced. Okay. Oh, that's cool. We're going to go back to standard though. It says show more controls. Is that with X? Yeah, it looks like it. Okay. All right, so let's back up here a little bit. We've got a lot of space. I mean, unfortunately, I do think we just sort of put this towards the entrance. We just need to get something down so we can... Okay. To open this ride. So I do like so far the user interface is very nice. It's showing us kind of everything we need to know. Place entrance. We'll see what this is real quick. Challenge available. Okay. Both of them are coaster related. Place exit. Again, let's back up a little bit. For now, we're just going to do a straight path to there. And then we'll probably just, honestly, just connect it right back, right? So this will just be a big blob of concrete or something. Connect entrance to path. Okay. Place path, delete path, raise lower. Okay, let's see what different path options we have. A blue queue path, $1. So it looks like all these are $1 per. Natural path is also $1. Regular path. Okay, everything's the same. Okay, we'll just do blue for now. Okay. And then we want so this is how it will connect to okay, now this is now the path from the exit, right? Okay. Oops. All right, so that is that. It says we have the wild blue. We don't need it to be wild blue too. Just the wild blue. Okay, so it's supposed to be testing it right now. Connect entrance to path. Oh, it's actually not connected there. Now it is. So if we want to play some scenery, let's see, recent path extras. props. Cosmic sign could be cool. Okay, it looks like that's actually food related. Props, nature, special effects. Oh, is it showing you the way it's gonna... Okay, you can't place it in the ride itself. Alright, let's just see what that does. I don't know if we unpause. Oh my word. This is a terrible idea. This is a terrible idea. Alright, let's put one like right here. And one right here. Now can we change... I don't know why this one's working. Let's see what we've got this setting on. Just water going everywhere. So we're doing the test here. Alright, we're doing the test here. It's really more about being airborne than it is park balance bonus of 20. It's really more about a flight thing than it is like ocean. And I don't know what it was that made me think ocean, but these are going to end up getting moved somewhere. I was hoping that... So it's 20% scenery. Alright, let's see while it's testing still what scenery options we might have. Special effects. Engine thrust. art shapes, props. So something flight related would be cool. Test is almost over, which will help us figure out. And I guess because it's a pre-built, like it's not a custom thing, the test rating should really be like what's expected, right? Alright, so we can go ahead and open it. We're going to go ahead and open that ride. So as people come, they'll at least have something to ride. And again, we'll move the water things, but it's just something we're playing around with for now. Alright, let's look at our other rides as we're down to this much cash. And now we want something just really family friendly. What is that? Yeah, that could be good. And I wonder if we can kind of fit this in over here. You know, the problem we're going to have is these are only 2 rides, so all of our people are going to be coming to the same spot, right? Let's see, Z moves it. Zab, what's up? Yes, I know Victor Vran. Have you played Victor Vran before, Zab? It's on my wish list. I'm kind of waiting to get it really inexpensive at this point because it is an older ARPG. It's got like 3 parts to it, or sequels, right? Alright, so let's pause real quick as I make this decision on where this little ride's going to go. I think we will actually try to put it over here. Okay. So entrance. We better kind of put it this way. And then exit can kind of come off over here and we'll more directly route to that path. Is this the blue path? Yeah. So I would not think that this will need much of a queue. Is it on Humble Bundle right now? That is good to know. Let me pull up Humble Bundle. Is this just the first one? Okay, and I see that and I've already got Rust. So there's not necessarily a reason for me to go past the first level. Homeworld bonuses. Alright, good call. Yeah, I will grab that later on. Thank you for bringing that up, Zab. Alright. We have placed the exit. Let's connect to path entrance. Ooh, terrain 2. Okay, so alright, so we can like straighten it out here. Oops. How do we raise, lower? Oh, it's like that. Gotcha. There we go. Okay, I think that's going to be fine. The question is, all right, let's get to the regular paths. My only concern now is I've almost cut off the ability to get from the exit. So we need to actually... It's got to kind of go like this. Are you kidding me? Woo! Thank goodness. I tell you, so one thing I like, and this is in comparison to... all right, see you, Zab. Thanks for stopping by, and thanks for the heads up on that. In compared to some of the other older games, like to be able to manage this, just the elevation issues could have become a real headache there. But it actually worked out well. All right, so we'll go and open that as well. And let's go back to unpausing here. So, okay, how do you get off of path? Anyway, I'm not sure how you do that, but all right, so let's check a couple things out. Ticket price is $4 for that. Ticket price is $9 for that. Seems pricey, but I guess it's fine. All right, so we've got some people coming. I don't think we have any money coming in yet. We are unfortunately going to have to hire some staff pretty soon. All right, so let's kind of see what they do and how this ends up working. Now we could definitely move this guy. So like there. I don't know who's playing Ride of the Valkyrie. Oh, probably the flying ride, right? Are there people on there? There are, right? Oh gosh, I'm gonna get so nauseated. Now, will it let you like jump on the... Oh, yep. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna have to not watch this for a second. Alright. That is pretty cool. Okay, so how many people do we have lining up? Yeah, it's starting to get a little crazy in here, actually. Alright, y'all have fun. Yeah, this is already getting to be an issue, isn't it? So we'll be slowly gathering money, but I can tell already, like, this queue is not near long enough. Apparently people are going to come to your park, especially in the beginning. So, park management, finances, loans, add a new loan. That's interesting. The lowest interest is the 3,000. I wonder if that changes. So the queue is done. People are going to be leaving now because they actually can't get in the ride. Okay. So, we live and learn. We need much longer queues, right? But we're making money pretty fast. Okay, good to know. All right, so this is what we're going to do. We're going to exit the main menu. We haven't saved it, but that's okay. We're living and learning here. We're going to do challenge mode where we have to research, but we're going to start in tropical where we get a little bit more money. We're going to start on medium again, and we're going to start new. That way we can maybe build one coaster, have a really long queue, make money off of that coaster, and then start to add some other things that we can add to it. All right, where's our entrance going to be? Whoa. All right, so the entrance is there. So we're on this tropical paradise here. Kind of a smaller area, it looks like. Less room to build in this place than we had before. And I think we put this coaster kind of over here in this area, right? So this one cannot invert. Chain lift, friction, for all ages, for adults and teens only. Looping. So you can invert on this, and it's more for all ages than the American Aero for adults and teens only. Well, let's do an all ages one first. Alright, so this is going to be... Alright, so again, the path is there. So the entrance to the roller coaster will be about there. And we're going to try to just sort of take up this space over in here. Alright, can we change the direction that it is facing? I mean, I can make it go this way. Okay, so the entrance is here. We can make it go this way. What does that, rotate it? Oh, the length of it. Gotcha. Might as well. Let's see. Alright, we probably ought to come down on the length now. And now start to come down. Maybe not yet, actually. Let's go one more piece. Alright, and then can we... Loop rolls non-inverted. Trim brakes. I'm assuming all of these pieces are chain lift. Yeah, okay. Okay, so now we can go standard stack track. Oh wait, nope, go back. This still needs to be chain lift. And then probably one more chain lift as we start to now start some level of descent here. So this is standard. All right. I'm going to be fighting with the controls a little bit here until I get more used to it. All right. That's up and down. Okay, and that starts the curve, which we do need to start. Oh, wow. That's pretty cool. Alright, so will it let us test as we go? I would think it would, but I could be wrong. Oh, testing. Please tell me there aren't actually people on this. Okay, good. Let's just see like what this looks like in terms of this. Are we paused? Oh, we're not. We need to be paused. Oh, we can't test while we're paused. Gotcha. Okay. Alright, now it lets it go. It's getting some speed, but not dramatic. Almost not enough to get over that. Yeah, that wouldn't be good. Will somebody come pick that up for me? Okay, thanks. Alright. Alright, so. Then we need to. Oh, I guess that was a roll. See, we're not going to have enough speed for a loop, though. Oh, that's cool. But we want to do it like, there we go. Then we want to go back up. Now I'm curious if it will make this. There should be a way like to fast forward. Oh, okay. Alright, so I think we maybe just didn't go high enough initially. Okay. Maybe we did. I mean, it's pretty exciting, and this is like for all ages, right? Okay, so we want to do a loop here. Or do we want to do a roll? I don't know if it's going to be able to get to that or not. Let's see. Wait, what just happened? That's too much of a drop right here. It's literally too much of a drop. All right, so it's this piece right here, right? That I think this piece here is our problem. Maybe that helps a little bit. Wow, I don't know. Complicated. I mean, we were doing okay till this part here. Or maybe we have to do like the break thing, the small break. That's not what we meant to do. That doesn't really help us. Alright, let's test it again, I guess. Okay, that seems to work. Now we wanted to do some sort of like loop back to the right. It's not going to have enough speed for that kind of loop. That doesn't lead us going in the right direction. So we do need to turn it though. That just looks like an incomplete roller coaster. Insufficient funds to do smooth braking. Okay. Alright, let's check something out here. I thought it said we started with like... I might have been way off on what we started with. Let's see. Maybe you always just start with 4,000. Yeah, it looks like you do. Okay, so no matter what on challenge mode, so that's misleading. Okay. I'll be right back. I gotta take a quick bio break. Okay. And I'm wondering, you know, some of my frustration would be solved by just doing sandbox, but I just don't want to. Or maybe we should do career. Let's just try career. Start new scenario. Let's try it. Let's try a career scenario. And then maybe we can go back to the challenge mode. I really don't want to do sandbox, and I don't know why I'm being stubborn about that. I just don't. Okay. Alright, this is Pirate Battle. Okay, it's just kind of dropping us in here. Doesn't even have coasters as an option, right? So what are our challenges? Attract 800 guests, build 2 rides. So they're wanting us to build 2 rides. So there's a lot of just like decorative pieces right now. There is one coaster. I guess we can just go ahead and unpause it because there's things here for people to do. Commotion in the ocean. So this is where we would build our new rides out here. Out here, right? So where is the park entrance, I guess? So these are just like the paths that lead to nowhere. Is this the park entrance? Yeah. Nope. Cat and Beef. That's a restaurant. That looks like just a tunnel. Yeah, which leads all through this path. And here's another tunnel, which we don't know where that leads. That might be the park entrance. Just don't know. Oh, this is a ride. Oh, that's that roller coaster goes underground. That's pretty cool that that roller coaster goes underground. I hadn't really thought of that you can build them underground. So it's not clear. This is cool. It's like already decorated. I really like this. This is nice. Alright, so let's build a ride, I guess. We've got 5,000. We've got Commotion in the Ocean. Is there a place where you can quickly see, like, these are the rides you have? We have two rides. And we have 1 shop and 1 ATM. The ATM is hidden over here. Oh, where is this little section? This is the park entrance, right? Yep, that's the park entrance. Okay. And there's a little ATM here. Now it would be cool if we could build so none of that is available at the beginning. But clearly this is where we're able to build rides off of. We have some experience with Wild Blue. What type of ride is this? Oh, it's a Rocktopus. Let's do Wild Blue again. And I do wonder if there is room to not necessarily interfere with the path. Like place it here. We'll have the entrance over here. And then maybe the exit can go like right to the path, right? Like, so this path will continue along here. Can't tell. I guess I need to see like what kind of path is this? So it literally will not let me click on the path. I guess you just have to color match it. Alright, we need a queue. Where's the queue to the roller coaster? Where do people get on the roller coaster? Here. And there's the queue. So that's how long the queue is. And then the roller coaster has a built-in queue to it. It appears. So let's, and the queue is blue? No, the queue is a more natural look. It must be the gray. We're not gonna do the mistake we did last time. Alright, and then we want to go to path. And this appears to be what path they're using. So we want to connect to there. And then we do want to continue so weird looking. Like, why does it get... Alright, we should be good there. Build 2 rides. Alright, let's go back to objectives. So now we need to build 4 rides, which we actually have 3. So this next ride will be our 4th. This is... Oh, the queue is full. Yeah, too small of a queue there. And there's the exit. People are coming this way now, though. Does it say, like... It should say the age that's allowed. Ride details. I thought it would say up here somewhere. Maybe not. I mean, I know it's probably... I don't know if it's all ages. It may be all ages. Alright, so where's paths? It's not under scenery. Oh, here we go. Paths. And there's terrain. I've never seen that one. Oh, that's actually changing the terrain. I gotcha. Alright, so... And I'm just not sure why it got so thin. I guess, like, whatever the length setting is over here, or the width, it's gotten thinner over here. And I don't know why it didn't just continue. That's cool. Like a water ride down there. Okay, so we just got the first objective. We need 900 guests and 1 more ride to get the next objective. So do we have any... So we could raise it, right? Wow, but we're really just asking for... It's not going to be fun. Alright, so we could just like do it this way. Alright, the entrance will be over here. The exit will be, yeah, just right here, right? Alright, and then it's the ugliest queue ever. Alright, and then it should be good to go. So we've kind of done the bronze objective. Oh no, we only have 4 rides. That seems weird. I could have sworn we had... four. They're all open. Is one of them not counting? So it says we only have 3. That's strange. We're almost to the 900 guests though. So I guess we have to... many guests are thirsty. Okay. So we want to do a drink. I guess the food shop actually doesn't have... definitely won't pirate. Let's see what happens if you just like position it here. Is it shop now open? Yeah. And then we could do a burger shop right next to it. Whoops. So just kind of staying with the theme. We did get silver attraction is complete. Well, we need one more ride. So we do have the food and drinks now. I think that's going to get clogged. Like, we would probably want more of a... we would want a queue or just a little bit more blocked off space, right? If we were doing this in a more long-term park. So let's look at another ride. I wonder if we could do... if we started to research a ride. What if we researched a... specialty abnormal? Take 90 days. A gentle spin cycle. It doesn't look like it gives you a lot of choice on what you research. So I don't know, that's kind of weird to me, but we could do a carousel. This is outside the park. Oh, no, it's not. Wow, okay. That would be cool, but let's just do it. We just want to complete this this challenge. So we'll place the entrance over here. And the exit back here. Connect entrance to path. We'll do... another ugly queue. I don't think we need as long a queue for this one. Okay. Medium we got done. So we need to get the exit connected to the path, however. Alright, so paths. This. And for now we can just get this path. Okay. Alright, so for the last objective, 1,100 guests and 15,000 in the monies, which we may get if we just... Wait, let's look at staff real quick. Let's make sure we actually have staff. Alright, we have... Yeah, we do. And that's probably enough staff for the amount of rides we have, I would think. So let's just watch and see if our money just goes up pretty well here, even though we're doing research, so that costs a little bit. Looks like we're still growing, basically. I mean, if many guests are thirsty, they should go to they should go to the drink shop. The drink line is really long. We're almost there on 1,100 guests. We're also almost, are we going up though? We actually might not be going up on guests. I don't think we are, and I don't know if that has to do with the number of rides we have. It probably does, I would think. Let's see, is there a place we could put another drink shop in? Probably. Okay. And then, how's our research coming? That is... research. So let's spend a little bit more. I don't know, the problem is, yeah, we probably just ought to build a pre-existing ride, right? Build a little teacup thing over here. And I think that, wait, did we ever open? I don't know. Let's finish doing this real quick. Where's the path? Why is it not? There we go. I don't know why it did that, but it's fine. Whatevs. Alright, we need to open that ride. And I want to make sure this ride opened. It never did. Okay. So that'll control how much... I mean, that may increase the amount of guests we can get because 2 rides just opened, right? And we pretty much didn't spend any money. I mean, hardly any. Alright, we've got the 1,100, so now it's just about getting the cash, which that's just a waiting game. So we'll complete the final part of this. It's pretty cool, like, I like the scenery. The water, they got volcano over here. What is this? It's a rowboat. These are like locked items. Average guest happiness is declining. I wonder why. Not much of a line for the teacups. Same with the Ferris wheel or whatever this is called. Carousel. This one especially. Goodness. The Wild Blue. More so than the Insanity ride seems to get the long lines. So Wild Blue is probably a good first. Many more guests are thirsty. Wild Blue is probably a good first ride to build if you're doing challenge mode. Alright, so we completed the hard mode. Many guests need to use the toilet? Yeah, I guess so. Alright, so I don't know if we're meant to just exit now that we've completed this one. I mean, we've gotten credit now for janitors need to empty the bins. We've gotten credit for completing it, so I don't think we need to worry about that. Yes. So we finished the first one. So we can continue with the pirate. Oh, has been doing some auto-saving. Creature Awakens. Princess Amelia. Dexar's Science King Coaster's Royal Decree. That's interesting. It's got a notification about a sale on the PS4 for a little game called Pillar. Alright, this is festive. Back from the brink. It doesn't even have a like difficulty rating like these other ones. We've got beginner, easy, medium, and hard. It doesn't have a difficulty rating on these other ones. Okay, well I think that's gonna wrap up like first few minutes of Planet Coaster. My experience during my first few minutes has definitely been mixed. You know, I never did play Sandbox. Which maybe for a lot of people that's where they go to. And maybe there's less frustrations. You see we have unlimited funds here, right? So you just do whatever you want. It looks like you don't have to research things. You know, you just pick a roller coaster you want. You start setting stuff up. So if you really just want to get in here and start building, right? Let's test it. I always forget to. You may not be able to do a test. Until you do the entrance. I don't love necessarily the way paths. There's something about the way you place them. Like, to me, you should be able to draw it out and not have to choose the length of each one. But regardless, all right, now it'll let us test. It may have let us test anytime. All right, let's go from the seat. Whoa. Oh, you ride this backwards? Unreal. So yeah, I mean, I think my first few minutes has been moments of really enjoying it. I think for me at least, what's going to be the most fun is getting into challenge mode and just trying to being more careful about where things are placed. And then, wow. Oh my word. And yeah, and getting more into the park management side. Like, for me, probably where the game is going to be most interesting is the park management stuff. I'm not like super motivated by, why don't we build the coolest roller coaster? That might be something I'd get into if I was already really invested in a park that I had built and managed. Maybe I would say, okay, now I want to add just like a really cool roller coaster. But I'm more likely, and early on especially, just to use some of the ones that are already there. Red steel. Wow. All right, let's test ride camera from the seat. All right, we'll see what this one's like. This may be one of the more fun things to me, is actually riding in some of these extravagant coasters. So I think it would be cool if you could pan and look when you were riding from the first perspective, the seat perspective, and actually look around, and I think that might be a neat feature. The game runs super smooth. I haven't had any lag. I just need to adjust to like camera controls. To me, they feel a little clunky, but they actually may be really effective and efficient way of doing things. Just there's a little bit of learning curve for me. The graphics are amazing. I've never seen a game that has been like, to ride a roller coaster like this has been as cool. So props on that for sure. Pretty easy to get into. I remember some of the old Roller Coaster Tycoon games, though they were super fun, they were very fiddly. This one feels a little less fiddly. I think the game modes have been a little confounding for me, as I've probably stumbled through, as we've talked through, trying to figure out what to do there. And I remember playing career modes back in the day with the Roller Coaster Tycoon games, kind of going, and then eventually just getting bored and wanting to do like the kind of career mode I would want is just to be like building a park, restrained by a budget, restrained by we don't want to do it again necessarily, but and having goals to meet, having to research and all that. And so I think the closest to that of what I would envision being fun is probably challenge mode. It was a little restraining to only have 4,000 cash to spend, because it means you're going to start off with like 2 rides and you don't even have enough for, I'm not sure why the roller coaster stopped there. Is it waiting on the last roller coaster to get to a certain place or something? This might be bad news. The test results are not good. There is no entrance. Okay. So yeah, it's probably challenge mode. That's probably what I need to get into, and next time we go, we'll probably start with challenge mode again and see what we can figure out with that. So anyway, as always, thank you for watching the first few minutes of Planet Coaster.